Are you searching for direction in life? Have you given all of yourself to everyone else and have very little for yourself? Have you put you on the back burner while taking care of the responsibilities of everything and everybody else while neglecting yourself? Life coach and mentor Mischell G has told us the wait is over. In this new movement called the Green Room, she's assembled friends of every walk of life that will share with us transformative principles that will change our life trajectory. Come join us for the Green Room experience. Your life will never be the same.
Welcome, 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 welcome to the Green Room. And we're so happy that you joined us for this week's episode of the Green Room. And wow, you can tell just by looking at the lovely ladies that we have on the stage this evening that we're in for a treat. Today's my birthday, in case anybody wants to know. And so I'm celebrating my birthday in the Green Room. There's no place I'd rather be than with my sister friends celebrating another trip around the sun. So I thank God for the opportunity and welcome to the Green Room. I decided for my birthday that we would do something near and dear to my heart, and that's a mother-daughter chat. I have a daughter, and it's an interesting story. But I thought, for my birthday, let's do some mother-daughter stuff. Let's do some of the fun, fuzzy stuff. Having a history and a passion for pageants and queenage, I decided, why don't we bring some queens to the stage? So I'm so excited tonight that we've got some local queens that are joining us. We have Akila Pryor,
yes,
who is Mrs. Northern Florida, and we have her mom, Mrs. Aaliyah Pryor, who's Miss Florida, and so we're so excited to have them with us this evening.
Thank you for having us.
In the Green Room, we have declared that the wait is over. As women, people have had to wait for everything. I mean, wait on dinner, wait to get you some new tires for your car, wait for the carpet man to come and clean the carpet. Just wait until we remodel. Just wait again. And it's not our nature. Women, we just don't like to wait. I mean, and I think it goes back to the creation. When God created the heaven and earth, when we got here, everything was already ready. So we're not accustomed to having to wait. We walked into a setup, and so having to wait has been a challenge. Yeah. I ask all of my guests that come on the stage a wait story to inspire others, to inform others, and to educate others. And so I want to ask both of you all tonight, and I'll start with you, Akila. Can you tell me a wait story, something you've had to wait or some weight you've had to carry?
For me, I'm a 16-year-old junior at Atlantic Coast High School, and battling a lot with, being in high school and the troubles of high school, and also being in pageantry has been a bit of a weight on me because of, oh wait, I want to go to this football game, but hey, I also have to run a business, and I have to make sure that the girls that I am speaking for are spoken for and are taken care of. So with Pretty and Me, which is my pageant and my organization, I have to stay on top of a lot of things while staying on top of 4 AP classes and pre-calculus and a lot of this during school, and try to keep straight A's because, I go to school with my mom, so she can check my grades at any time. Anytime.
I love it.
So the way of trying to be socially available, like with my friends, and when I have an actual high school career and being a normal teenager, with also not being a normal teenager and being an owner of a business and a CEO at 16 years old, is a weight I've had to carry.
Oh, wow. And you carry it well.
Thank you.
Aaliyah, can you tell us about your weight?
Absolutely. I can remember I worked for Duval County Public Schools, and I can remember in 2013, I was just having a really, really rough time in life. I'm like, God, I need something. And Today We Win came to me, and for the longest, write a book. And it actually took me going through a total hip replacement to be sat down in order to have the time to focus on what I was hearing. So I took the time and began Today We Win, because that's what I was hearing, and that's what was given to me many years ago. And it became an interactive journal series. So the weight of what that meant was, regardless of whatever we were going through, whatever the hesitation or whatever we felt was going through in life, we were still winning. Whatever the outcome was, we're still winners. Whatever it felt like or didn't look like, we're still winning. Even in moments of uncertainty, we were still winning. so I was able to create that, and it took me actually having to sit after surgery half the time, and then COVID hit, and was able to publish the first interactive journal. But today we win.
Today we win.
Today we win.
Pretty and Me.
Yeah.
Those are some wonderful weight stories that I'm sure is going to inspire many of our audience. I see these crowns, and I think the studio audience is probably being blinded by them. They're blinging, they're beautiful, they're pretty.
Yes.
And there is a statement that says, heavy is the head that wears the crown.
I am in 100% agreement. Me and my mom were just talking about that
Literally.
backstage. I was like, so our organization that we've been crowned by, Royal International Miss, loves to pick out some heavy, heavy crowns, but they always choose a girl and a woman who is ready to carry that heaviness. So these crowns are amazing and as glamorous as they are, but I feel that the title and what we can bring to the crown and sash, like as a microphone, we kind of use it as a microphone and as a platform, is what's really the more important for me.
So tell me some of the responsibilities that come along with the crown.
Community service, outreach, basically bringing people to Royal International Miss and pushing out the service aspect of Royal International Miss. We actually have a aspect called the role model title, which is a title where every girl who's been crowned a state or returning title can take a part of and basically have a service project that the whole world can reach, that can reach the whole world. Okay. So like girls in Botswana can do this because we've had people come to us, and now with pageantry, I've had the opportunity to meet girls like from Botswana. I have a few friends from Great Britain, the UK. I have some friends from Australia, Spain. So being able to have that outreach because of pageantry while also being able to compete, but as in a friendly way, and also be able to have a social aspect and a community outreach aspect as well as gaining scholarships is something that's really, really important.
So this is a scholarship pageant?
Yes.
So tell us about how you earn money for scholarships, what that looks like. Are you raising money for scholarships, or are you earning money? You said you're a junior for scholarships for yourself.
So both, actually. So with my pageant, I am raising money to give scholarships to the girls of Pretty and Me, to all the winners, so that they can also go into Royal International Miss and gain more scholarships. So how it works with Royal International Miss is we obviously get in with the pageant and we raise money for the pageant, and they give out at least $300,000 worth of scholarships every year. So they'll have essay scholarships, they'll have if you place top 5, if you place top 16, if you do optional competitions, which is actually what this is right here. I won international print model off of a photo shoot that me and my mom did. Me, my mom, my sister did, and I ended up winning a scholarship for that. So, and last year I won a scholarship for Pretty and Me. So whatever money they gave me for that was to start Pretty and Me. So you get a lot of scholarships.
So that sounds pretty cool.
Thank
Mom,
you.
I hear all this buzz about scholarship. I know as a parent and as a mother of a daughter that scholarship money comes in handy. Because I'm looking at Miss Akilah, and I know that we probably make quite a few trips to the mall and some other things to maintain this princess look, this queenly look. And so tell me what goes on aside from the motivation of having an avenue to help you with funding her education at the next level. As a mother, why do you encourage her to participate in pageants?
Well, honestly, it wasn't the money for me. Originally, I was not the pageant mom, right? It was like, okay. And her older sister decided when she was in high school, she was at Darnell Cookman, and she came home and said, I am running for Miss Darnell Cookman. And we were like, you wear sweatpants and t-shirts every day. Okay.
Yeah.
And she won. We got a letter in the mail for National American Miss for this one, who was nowhere near this, couldn't even walk in heels. And she said, can I go? And Naila did. And I said, well, try it out. She came back with a sash on. She had won the semifinals. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's happening here? And that's how we began. But what I saw was that my daughters' whole mindset about themselves and how they spoke and how they walk and just their boldness and confidence to demand that you give me the scholarship because I am going to be what your organization desires is what I looked for and continue to look for. So now I'm confident that she can go in any room and be comfortable enough, because she used to be very shy, run off the stage, but no more of that, because she is now, she's fearless with that. She's able to get up and speak And to see her coach and train other young women to do the same, I just get in awe. She coached me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm a pretty hard coach, as she
She's
says.
a hard coach now.
Where'd you learn that from?
Nowhere.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Now does it? So I've heard you mention a couple of times Pretty in Me, and I know that you have your own 501c3, Pretty in Me. So tell the audience about Pretty in Me. Sell it to us.
So Pretty in Me is a pageant I started of and actually thought of at my very first pageant, the National American Miss Florida pageant. And I was looking around, I was like, there's not many people who look like me, or I felt like that I could relate with in a cultural aspect. So I was like, so why don't I bring people from Jacksonville, Florida to an international and a national stage and give them the opportunities that they might not have. From pageantry, I've been able to walk in New York Fashion Week. My confidence has shot up. I have been able to speak in a room, like speak to you as I'm speaking right now. Like as she said, I used to be real timid and real, I don't really want to talk to you right now, but now I'm really comfortable to speak to people. So with Pretty in Me, I like to teach them how to engage people and how to speak to people, as well as shoot their confidence up and give them opportunities and open doors for them that they might not have ever seen. So we do a pageant, so it is actually all virtual. So they compete in a formal portion, an introduction portion, and a interview portion, which interview carries the most weight because it's not only a beauty pageant, but we want a girl who we know has substance. So we send them from Pretty in Me, the winners from Pretty in Me, and we sponsor them to Royal International Miss so that they can go on in their pageant journey. We actually had a top 5 in the world from Pretty in Me. So my Pretty in Me teen is 3rd runner-up in the world.
Wow. And so you say you train them, so I take it that there are workshops and so forth, things of that nature?
Yes. So every month is a different workshop. So I think the first one that we're going to do is a branding and a photo workshop. So that we are partnering with a professional photographer, to make sure that they have professional headshots going into the pageant season and pageant world, because it is very important. But also in the business aspect, having a professional headshot is extremely important.
Okay. Mom, this is a whole lot of responsibility. She does all of this. Keeps her grades up. I heard the AP classes. She's in the 11th grade and very active at her school there. She's able to do all of this and stay balanced. How does that look?
Well, I am there. And we have a team of folks that assist us. But she is naturally driven, and she gets it from somewhere. I don't know. But this is her vision, and I have to listen to what she desires for me to help her with. And there are times that I'm mom, and I have to say, okay, we shut that down, and let's focus on what you need to do. And then there are times that she just does it. She put on a virtual conference and had young ladies from Scotland. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is something here.
Oh, wow.
So I had to pay attention. I'm like, okay, she's like really, this is like a legitimate situation for her. But that's her passion. She wants to become an attorney, and she loves theater and speaking in the arts. So she has been doing this ever since Essay Hall. Right?
Right.
So this is something that is just within her. So I wouldn't be able to slow that train down if I could, unless it continued to kind of break down her academics. But you can't be a queen and you're poor in academics, because that just doesn't go together. So you have to represent the entire. And I'm always big, the crown and the sash does not mean anything if your heart isn't right. So
that's so well stated. So well stated. So Pretty in Me. If I have a daughter, or if I wanted to be a part of Pretty in Me, what would I need to do?
So we actually have a link on our Instagram and Facebook pages at the Pretty in Me Foundation, and you can either grab that link or DM the Instagram, and they will send you a link to sign up. It is $50 as a registration fee, and it's a great experience. We want to make sure that pageants can get a little bit expensive, so we want to make sure that nothing is out of reach for any of the girls that we assist.
Okay. That sounds pretty cool.
Thank you.
So you're winning all this scholarship money. Mom said you want to be an attorney. What's your plan? What's your short-term plan after graduation?
So I plan to graduate Atlantic Coast High School with honors. I'm actually in the capstone program, so I'll graduate with a capstone degree on top of my regular degree, and I will also go to Florida A&M University.
Shameless plug.
And hopefully go into pre-law, and then maybe go to Howard Law for law school, and then also go into modeling. As I said before, I have walked in New York Fashion Week, and I want to do that a lot more professionally. That's a really big passion of mine, and also to represent for a lot of the shorter models, because I'm only 5'2", and a lot of people really prefer a really tall young lady, and I am not tall. But that is something that I really want to go into, especially modeling and law.
Well, it sounds like you have it all mapped out. So at least you have a plan, but with a mom like yours, I'm sure you would have a plan. Would a young lady need any experience? What would someone need in order to be a part of Pretty and Me?
The desire to do it. Everything else is learned, and what we find is that it's already in us. No one has just ever presented it that way. No one has ever showed us that we can do it. This was my first time being a part of a pageant. I just watched her and did what she said and followed through with what the coaches said, but more importantly, it was a belief in my mind that whatever I was going out to do, so regardless of it being pageantry or your next business book or professional life, if you believe that you can do something. So that's a part of it. We are finding our inner crown, and your inner crown is a belief in you, which is a lot more than just something you put on your head. We don't wear these every day. Actually, we haven't worn them in a while.
In a minute.
So that's a crowning moment. But what happens is what we do in our daily lives and what we take away from these experiences. So I can get on the phone with someone from Ireland who's now my sister queen, and I love that. I love that. Being able to support my sister in Botswana or Australia or in Philippines is amazing. These are connections I would not have had. So we're ready to travel.
100%.
I'm ready. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You said something. You talked about what's within, and I think it's so important in a day where beauty has become so cosmetic and so superficial that nobody's really concerned anymore with what you look like on the inside. And so talk to us about Today We Win and where you're going with that. I definitely follow your movement on Facebook, and I want you to share that with the ladies in the studio audience and in our virtual audience.
Today We Win was just birthed out of pain. It was something that I was searching for, something that I needed to get through in that moment in my life. And it is what it is. And I use John 3:16 as a part of that. And we are here because Christ has given us an opportunity to be here. And that's why we're winners. So in those moments that we are having trials and tribulations, it doesn't negate the fact that we're still winners. So we were able to create this collaboration of testimonies where many of us, like the ladies in the audience and here, could share a trial that they went through, but it ended up with a triumphant, victorious moment because they realized that regardless of what they went through, they were still yet winners. And that's what today, it is a daily reminder that no matter what I'm feeling, what I'm going through, it doesn't negate the fact that I am a winner and I'm a winner because of him. So it is my life lesson. It is my life's journey. It is my mission. I host winning strategy sessions because sometimes we don't know how to put our next step in line because we don't know what to do next. So we have to have someone that can help us see the way clearer in certain moments and times. And it doesn't matter how your place in life or your professional or whatever. We all need someone to get mentored up. We always need someone to assist us in that process. So that's what Today We Win is. It is an encouragement piece. It is a way to stay engaged and equipped and empowered.
So tell the ladies in the studio audience, how do they become a part of Today We Win? How do they catch up with you?
Catch me on Facebook or Instagram with my name, Aaliyah Pryor, or todaywewinjournal.com. I am there all the time. I'm always posting. You can message me at any time. And I am here to be of support, a listening ear, or to help you truly plan out your next big God-only moment. And that's what Today We Win is.
So tell me about your next winning moment. What's next in the pageant world?
Well, right now I'm currently Miss Florida until the next Florida pageant, but I'm also first runner-up internationally. So it is the deciding, I guess I'll announce publicly because I haven't done so yet, that I will be returning to Royal International Miss for the crown. So I plan to come home as bringing home Florida, the international crown from Royal International Miss next year for this part of the journey. It allows me to put Today We Win back on the international stage.
Okay. So one of the quotes we hear about crown is chin up or the clown slips. how do you keep with all the responsibilities of being an assistant principal, being a mother, being a wife, being an author, a business owner, how do you keep the crown from slipping?
This one. She is my mirror. She is my go-to. She's my reminder. She's my counselor at times. She's wise beyond her years. So prayer first, and then my children. My 4 reasons. I have 4 babies, and they keep me together. But definitely this one. She reminds me constantly, nope, we're not going to think that way. No, Mom, let's move forward. Because and I appreciate her for that, being as young as she is. I'm very proud of you. You're
so
welcome.
4 babies. Tell us how old. I want to shock the studio audience. How old are your children?
Oh, my oldest is 22. Pretty sure 22. And then we have 19 and 16 and 13. Yes. I'm 48, and I'm proud of it.
Oh, 48.
48, yes.
Yes, and a happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Yes.
You know, I think it's amazing that you found something that you're passionate about at such a young age. Some people live a whole lifetime and they never find anything to invest in, anything to put their energy in, anything that gives them quivers and keeps them up at night. But you found yours. What was the process for you finding what you were passionate about, and what advice would you give to others to find that same passion?
I didn't go looking for what I was passionate about. So it wasn't something that I was like, I need to find this, like I need to know what I'm going to do in the next years of my life, because I know a lot of kids in my position don't know what they're going to do. And it was just the way that I was raised and the way that I was brought up. But I like to read. I like to read a lot. So when I read a lot of civil rights things and like civil rights acts, so I actually read the book The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, which is like one of my favorite books. I've read that book like 7 times. I read about how the main character had to deal with being black in her home and then going to predominantly white schools and going back and forth with that, and also dealing with the fact that her best friend just got murdered by the police. So that's the anger and the drive that I felt with her friend not getting justice is something that I feel a lot for African American men and women on a daily, because it's like a lot of stuff that happens in our world today just does not make sense to me. Like, you can ask my mom, I'm like, I don't get it. Like, it does not make sense. Like, how does this not happen this way? Or like, why does this not happen this way? So fighting for the justice of people who really, really need it is something that I'm really passionate about. And also acting and modeling. When I was at SAO when I was really little, my parents tell me this story all the time. We were doing Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like going crazy. And I'm like, they told me to dance, so I danced. So, and also modeling is something that I've actually grown to love. At first I was like, Mom, I don't want to model. Like, I don't think I have the look for it. Like, I'm too short. Like, no, my forehead's too big. Like, no. So getting into pageantry also helped with that. And I'm like, I love to model and acting. I actually went to La Villa School of the Arts for middle school, and then my first year of high school at Douglas Anderson, and then I went with my mom to Atlantic Coast. But those things really just were, I feel like God placed onto my heart at such a young age that I didn't notice until, I got a little bit older, and they will unfold more and more because I'm still really young. So I encourage people to stop looking for their passion, because for me, it comes to you. If it's for you, it will come to you no matter what. I'm a firm believer in that. So, and also to stay driven in what you want to do. So if you know your passion and you're like, well, I think that's a little too hard. Because trust me, I thought that the bar exam, I just found out 2 weeks ago that the bar exam is 2 days long. I was like, and the mommy is like, okay, whatever. Yeah. So I'm like, so I'm still going to follow my dreams no matter what. But 2 days for a test. Whew.
You can do it.
Well, I hear her talking about a lot of foundational things, and so I want you to speak to that. It sounds like you did a pretty phenomenal job with providing a foundation for her, getting her started in having self-confidence and planning and having dreams and aspirations. So maybe you can speak to some of the moms in our audience, virtual audience, about the foundation, the value of the foundation, and how you laid the foundation. What was your secret?
I'm a dreamer. I am a huge dreamer. And I always tell people, dream bigger dreams for your children and with your children. And because I am a dreamer, they're probably like, oh my gosh, here we are with something else. Exposing them to opportunities and things that they may not necessarily understand at an early age yet keeps their mind open and engaged to do something that they've never done before, they became, I want to try, I want to do. My oldest daughter, she's a bio pre-med major who's also our reigning Miss Florida role model teen from the teen division. She's actually in New Orleans. She's a bio pre-med major, 19 years old. She could graduate this fall, but she's on a 4-year scholarship, needing 1 credit hour left. It's amazing. But she was so driven and determined because of the drive that's in the house. And the drive that's in the house is failure is not an option. Dream big, go hard. Put them in organizations like the I'm a Star with Miss Betty Burney. And S.A. Hull was a great foundational school for them. They never saw the option to not do well. It was just not something that they saw. And because they knew that they needed to do well, they continued to strive forward. And we were just there to support whatever it is they wanted to do. So.
Well, you've done a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
Akilah, we're getting ready to wrap up. I just want you to tell us how we can support the Miss Pretty and Me, obviously by entering those young people or ourselves in the pageant. So
Yes.
Tell us about that again, and then tell us about how we can support you in your efforts with your 501c3.
So yes, you can go to Pretty and Me Foundation on Facebook or Instagram. It's all ages from 5 to 100 and whoever wants to compete. And sign up. Send us a DM or a private message and we'll get back to you with the link to sign up and a little bit more information on a personal basis. And then you can also email us and the Pretty and Me Foundation at gmail.com and we'll get back to you on ways to sponsor with a sponsorship letter with whatever business, like small businesses. We'd love for some businesses to sponsor us and the girls. Like we love to give them little gifts on the day of the finale so that they can have memories and things like that to look back on and put on their room or put in there like, oh, I got that from when I competed at Pretty and Me. So, yeah.
One thing we did last year in your wrap-up, we gave scholarships to seniors. So there were 2 young ladies that are seniors on our court for Pretty and Me. So we would like to do that. So if there are financial donations that wanted to be given, they will go directly to those seniors as well.
Well, congratulations. We have enjoyed talking with you all tonight. And we're so excited to have had you in the green room where we declare that the wait is over and the time is now. And that's all we have. In a world where Hollywood and the media often set standards for beauty, feeling up to par can be challenging. Unrealistic expectations can result from unrealistic depictions of what beauty is supposed to be and what it's edited and staged to look like. However, one definition of beauty, the qualities in a person or a thing that gives pleasure to the sense of mind. Beauty is much more than physical, and beauty, both inside and out, are very unique and individual. There are many effective ways to find your own beauty and to strengthen your self-esteem. Before attempting to find your inner beauty, exploring what inner beauty is can be a helpful step. The well-used phrase is "it's what's on the inside that counts" is a simple way of understanding inner beauty. You might think of it this way: what is it that can't be seen by a person's outward appearance that you can find beautiful? Some people may struggle with identifying those unseen qualities within themselves, but with care and helpful tips, you can find your inner beauty and feel better and more beautiful and confident about yourself. In every woman, there is a queen. Speak to the queen, and the queen will answer. It's me, Mischell G., and I'm here in the green room, sounding the alarm. The wait is over.
So you've been watching the show. Would you like to be a content provider yourself and develop a show for the Inspire Network? Please give us a call today at 904-389-5592 or go to www.connecttv.info to submit a show idea.
Jacksonville, it's the Nothing But the Hits farewell tour of the Williams Brothers. November 5th at the Paxson Revival Center. with special guests, the Swanee Quintet, the Williams Singers, Keith Wonderboy Johnson, and more. Tickets $40 in advance, $50 at the door. VIP available. They're available at Eventbrite, TJ Records, or Paxson Discount Christian Bookstore. For info, call 904-813-0085.
Would you like to reach more people with your message, but it seems like you've reached the social media glass ceiling? Has it been a nightmare for you to have the content, but can't attract the right viewers? Are you frustrated because you're not getting the results that you desire? Let us give you a precise 72-hour plan that'll refocus your strategy with the Inspired Network Branding Department. We can take your business or project to the next level. For more information, give us a call.
You're watching the Inspired Network, and maybe you're watching us on social media. Immediately go to your Roku device, press Add Channel, and download us today.
Are you having trouble reaching the masses? Are you preaching messages and no one seems to be hearing you? There's only a few people on your Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram. Then you need the Maximizer by Chrome Media. For more information about this advanced internet connecting technology, contact us today and see how we can help you reach thousands every week within 7 days. No additional equipment is needed and no need for advanced training. Go to MaximizerNow.org or call us at 904-389-5592.
Hi, I'm Lorenzo Patterson. This is my wife, Barbara Patterson. We are the owners of Excellent Housing, LLC. Now, in this business, we are real estate investors, of which we buy and wholesale houses, and we also remodel other owner houses. If you have a house that you need to be remodeled, we'll subcontract it and bring that house into beauty. We're asking you to look on our brochure on Facebook and check us out.
And the advantage that we have being real estate investors is that we are able to repair our own homes because my husband can subcontract. And so I'm excited. So just check us out, Excellent Housing LLC. We make it happen.